Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch, financial advisor at Edward Jones Investments. Let's take a look at the batting order and the lineup as I have them for both these ball clubs. The visitors on the scoreboard, they'll be in the outfield to start things off. Leading things off will be Parker Hayslip. He's the shortstop. Batting second, the catcher, Thomas Barnett, wearing number 18. The pitcher, Luke Applegate, will bat third. Batting cleanup, that'll be Leland Horner, the third baseman. The number 5 batter, that's Drew Kennedy. He's the center fielder. Right fielder, Braylon Rickett, will bat sixth. Batting seventh, Carson Inman, the first baseman. Clayton Colvin, the DH, will bat eighth. Traven Hildebrandt will play second base. Connor Darnell, the left fielder, will bat ninth. Once again, the batting order looks like this. It'll be Hayslip, Barnhart, Applegate, Horner, Kennedy, Ricketts, Inman, Colvin, and Darnell in that order. And we will take another quick break. We'll be back. I'll give you the lineup for the Fairfield Lions. But first this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Well, we have a meeting of the minds. The umpires meeting with the managers out behind home plate. We're going to start a little early, not as early as we thought we would actually, but nonetheless still starting a little bit early here from Fairfield High School. At one point they were talking about it starting at 4:30. I will tell you, as I said, the weather is very imminent here supposedly. I will also admit to you that it doesn't really look that bad, and it's very nice and warm. But the weather coming in is supposed to be pretty challenging, so we'll just have to see how that works out. But that said, let's take a look at the defense for the Manchester Greyhounds. On the mound will be Luke Applegate. Behind the plate will be Thomas Barnhart. At first base, that's Carson Inman. The second baseman, that's Traven Hildebrandt. Playing third, Leland Horner. At shortstop will be Parker Hayslip. In left field, Connor Darnell. Center field, Drew Kennedy. And right field, Braylon Ricketts. That's the Manchester Greyhounds defensively. For the Fairfield Lions, again, we'll talk about this as the game goes on. Fairfield with high expectations, already ranked in the state polls, and also picked to finish first in Division I in our preseason poll. So we'll talk to you a bit about that as well. We will see Fairfield several times this year. We'll see Manchester multiple times as well as we move our way around the league. We will have Good Guy Radio TV. Will not be on every night, but we will be featuring multiple times each week, so you can tune in and look for that. But, of course, you can always hear our broadcasts on C103, so make sure you're ready for that as well. Our two umpires tonight, some guys that have a lot of experience, do a good job. Ron Burns will be on the base pads, and Tim Slater will be behind the plate. And they're shaking hands. The Fairfield Lions will take the field, and I'll set their defense as well. But first this, as we continue between the baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch, financial advisor at Edward Jones Investments, here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to have baseball out there on the mound. Mr. Cade Miller. He's played, remember, this is early season. He's pitched one game, 2 innings. He struck out 6 in 2 innings. How about that? And his 0.000 earned run average. That's a pretty nice start off. Up there for Manchester, they'll lead things off with Parker Hayslip, followed by Thomas Barnett, Luke Applegate, and then Leland Horner if we get that far. Miller has the baseball, his first pitch. It's a bounder down outside the third base bag for a foul ball. So it'll be strike 1. As Parker Hayslip batting right-handed. Cade Miller, a right-handed batter as well. Behind the plate, Blaine Fauber for the Fairfield Lions. At first base, Corbin Willie. Cody Frost is at second. Third baseman, Zane Matthews. The shortstop, Gabe Fouch. The pitch now, and a curveball. Called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. In the outfield, left to right, Nolan Campbell in left, Corey Zimmerman in center, and Wyatt Willie in right. As Hayslip stands back in for the Manchester Greyhounds. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and Miller rings up his first strikeout, and there's 1 down in the inning. That'll bring Thomas Barnhart, the catcher, to the plate. Thomas only a freshman, Again, we talked about this a few moments ago. Manchester, a very, very young ball club. But unlike a lot of other young clubs, this team's got a lot of experience. Most of these kids, freshmen and sophomores, played an entire season. A little pop fly in the infield. Frost is over. The pitcher is over. Cade Miller will haul it in foul territory. 2 down. And with that, it'll bring Luke Applegate to the plate. Luke, the pitcher, he's only a sophomore, but as I started to say, even as a sophomore, he got one entire season of baseball under his belt. So basically, he and most of these freshmen and sophomores on this Manchester Greyhound team are in a position a year ahead of everybody else in the league. Swing and a miss. He chased a curveball on the inside, strike 1. Leland Horner, the third baseman, on deck for the Manchester Greyhounds. In the preseason poll, these two teams, by the way, will play in the same division. So they do play in the same division, so they will play each other twice. The pitch is down and catches the outside edge, strike 2, excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes. They'll play again later in the season. Last time they played, it was Fairfield winning it. Now, of course, that was last year, but Fairfield won it 10-0 as it was... Again, Fairfield coming out on top. You know, this and every game this season is brought to you by People's Monument Company. Sharing the life of a loved one isn't just important today, it's important forever. Good word spoken about the People's Monument Company. Now this pitch, swing and a miss, and Miller strikes out another one, and that'll be the third out of the inning, and that'll bring Fairfield to the plate with no score in our ball game. We move to the bottom of the first. 0-0 the score. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold.
Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
With all the fun.
Raven Hildebrand. The shortstop is Parker Hayslip, the third baseman Leland Horner, and left Connor Darnell, Drew Kennedy in center, and Braylon Ricketts in right. First pitch is in, fastball on the outside, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Applegate's first appearance this season. Last year, he pitched a total of 14 1/3 innings as a pitch. Same spot, good-looking pitch on the low end of the strike zone. Again, catches the outside. On the outside, no balls and 2 strikes now on Cade Miller. Miller stands in, a right-handed batter, pretty squared-up stance. And the pitch now, and he pops it up in the infield. The shortstop, Hayslip, is out to settle under it, but instead the left fielder will come in and cannot make the play. Darnell drops the baseball, and it'll go down as an E7. And Fairfield will have their first base runner on the back of an error. That'll bring Gabe Faust, the shortstop, to the plate. Gabe, a left-handed batter. And again, Applegate last year, and he struck out 17 in 14 1/3 innings. Had a walks to hits to innings pitched at 2.5, but a 9.7 ERA. I think that's a little misleading. At times he pitched a lot better than that. Pitched down and gets past the catcher Barnhart. Back to the fence it goes, and moving over to second base is Cade Miller. So now Fairfield will have their first base runner in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes on Fouch. Fouch, one of the seniors on this ball club. He's the shortstop. As I said, a left-handed batter. Pulls that right foot over just a little bit toward third base. Settles in. Applegate takes a look at the runner at second. And the pitch now. And a swing and a miss. And it looks like he chased an off-speed pitch for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. As again, Fouch, the right-handed batter, stands in. And a pitch misses up and out. Ball 2. 2-1. Behind the plate, Tim Slater. On the base pads, Ron Burns, our umpires for tonight's ball game. And we will be moving along quickly, although I will tell you the weather's looking a little better here in Leesburg. I don't know where you're listening to me, but boy, it's spotty as that pitch is down on the inside. Ball 3. The count will go 3-1 now. The C103 Dirt Racing Tour is coming back to the airwaves soon. Be sure to stay tuned in for our schedule announcement in the coming weeks. It's just around the corner. Oh, looking for a fun summer. Dirt track racing. Kyle and the folks, they do such a great job. You need to listen in on that. And that pitch, nice fastball right on the bottom side and center of the plate. Make the count go full at 3-2. Zane Matthews, the third baseman, is on deck for the Fairfield Lions. No score in our ball game. And again, swing and a miss, and he chased one. Applegate records his first strikeout of the inning. That runner remains at second base. That'll bring Zane Matthews, the third baseman, to the plate. And again, it's time for that scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. No score in our ball game. We're in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch, good-looking pitch. Strike one with a fastball. Down and out. Applegate again, only a sophomore. Boy, is he going to have a fun future ahead of him for Manchester baseball. Again, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And they throw down to third base, and the runner is out. Nice play by Barnhart, the catcher. As Matthews was swinging, trying to protect the runner, Miller was going, and Barnhart didn't bite. Barnhart, nice play down to third, and he is caught stealing, so that'll be 2 outs, and that'll clean the bases. And that pitch will, he'll hit the batter. And that'll put a runner back on first base again. As Matthews is hit by a pitch with a runner on first base. That'll bring Corbin Willey, the first baseman, to the plate. Corbin, another left-handed batter, a junior. And he steps out again. Corbin, the cleanup batter. He's the number 4 batter in the order here for the Fairfield Lions. As a pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Barnhart. Barnhart, only a freshman, doing a great job behind the plate. As they throw down, and it goes into the outfield as they throw down to first base. Just as I complimented him, they threw it away at first base, and the runner will advance. So now you'll have Matthews at second. That'll go down as an error as the ball went all the way into right field. And the runner moves over, so now you have an unearned run on second base. The count 1-0, and that pitch called strike one. That'll even the count at 1-1. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Home reminds you, don't tempt fate. That text can wait. Please put down the phone and drive safely. Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes. As that pitch in the dirt again. Again, Barnhart does a nice job keeping it in front of him, holding the runner on second. The count will go now 2-1. On deck, Cody Frost, the second baseman for the Fairfield Lions. Applegate steps off the mound. He'll go behind the rubber. Touch of the hat. Adjusts it momentarily. Gets a nice breath. And steps back to the rubber. He gets signed from Barnhart. Looks at the runner again. And again the pitch. And that's a little foul ball back behind us to even the count at 2-2. Once again, I'm Don Bowles. Want a special thanks to our producer-director on the Good Guys Radio TV broadcast, Mr. Brandon Rigdon. Always does a great job. Hope you're enjoying our TV broadcast. We certainly enjoy bringing it to you. Just one of the many things we're bringing to Southern Ohio in TV. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. They strand one. No score in our ball game. We move to the top of the second. The Manchester Bats in a scoreless ball game. Back after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
We move to the top of the second inning, and Manchester will bat. No score in our ball game. They'll bring Leland, Horner, Drew Kennedy, and Braylon Ricketts to the plate in that order. As it's Fairfield Lions take the field. Again, Cade Miller on the mound. In that first inning, he struck out 2, and a little fly ball. Foul territory was the only ball hit actually in the inning, as the pitch is high for ball 1.
2-0, bottom 1. Manchester.
And thanks to number 1 Fairfield fan, Nancy Walker, and that's called strike 1. She just let me know that over in the softball field, Manchester's leading Fairfield 2-0 at the end of 1. As Manchester, a pretty formidable base softball team. And the pitch called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That looked like a curveball working the outside part of the strike zone. Miller again working very quickly, pitches, and he gets him to chase one. He nubber out off in front of the plate. That could be trouble, and he gets it in. And a good throw by the pitcher, Cade Miller, as he covered coming off of the mound to his right. Good cover, as he had a range to his right off the mound, a turn around and throw, and he was able to get the runner for the out. That saved what would have been an infield single. And Horner will go back to the dugout again. And that'll bring Drew Kennedy, the center fielder, to the plate. Drew, a right-handed batter, one of these seniors on the ball club. And that pitch misses for ball 1. Thanks to Winchester Carpet Outlet, one of our great season sponsors. Winchester Carpet Outlet, prices so low they'll floor you. Check them out. And swing and a miss. Chased curveball. Strike 1. 1-1. Miller, one of the quickest pitchers. Of course, this whole Fairfield staff, they like to work very fast. And that was a called strike. Kennedy thought about it. He offered, pulled back. He probably would like to have that one back. That's about as fat a pitch as he's going to get. About chest high, just a little bit off the center of the plate on the outside. And that was a nice pitch. And that pitch misses a little out. Tried to get him to go down after it on the outside. It'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes to even the count. Braylon Ricketts, the right fielder, on deck. Don't forget, stay tuned after the game as we'll name our Snappies player of the game. Brought to you by Snappies and Seaman and West Union. The count goes full now, 3-2 on Drew Kennedy. One down, nobody on. Top of the second inning, no score in our ball game. Once again, I'm Don Bowles bringing you SHAC Baseball here on. And big curveball, strike 3. And Kennedy was looking all the way, and he took strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And that'll be Braylon Ricketts, the right fielder, to the plate. Braylon, the number 6 batter in the order. He's a right-handed batter. Miller gets a sign from his catcher, Fauber. The pitch again, and he misses out, ball 1. 1-0. Fairfield playing very respectfully on Ricketts. Both of the outfielders left and center playing deep. And the pitch misses again outside, ball 2. Right fielder in just a little bit. Pretty well traditionally set. Not shading him one way or the other. Infield also playing deep. Third baseman in a little bit. The pitch again. And he chases one. A fastball, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Back on the air tomorrow night from Lynchburg Clay High School. Join us for that, weather permitting. Swing and a miss. He chased a pitch in the exact same spot. Even to count it 2-2. Miller again looks, and the pitch. And a little pop fly in the infield. The first baseman, Willie, is out. He'll make the play for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the bottom of the second. No score in our ball game. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Fastball. In the first inning, the Cade Miller reached on a error, an E7, and a drop fly ball in left field as the pitch misses way outside, ball 1. But then was caught stealing as he tried to take third base for the second out of the inning. First out of the inning, Cabe Fouch struck out, and then, of course, Zane Matthews was hit by a pitch, moved over on Aaron, but was error but was stranded as Corbin Willie struck out. So basically it was 2 strikeouts with a hit by a pitch and an error. And with a runner stranded, swing and a miss. Strike 2. As Applegate worked himself out of a bit of a jam. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Cody Frost. The pitch again. And again, he chased a fastball up about shoulder high. And strikeout victim number 3 for Luke Applegate. That'll be first out of the inning. Wyatt Willie, the right fielder, will come to the plate now. Let's get another Higgins scoreboard update. Brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsborough and Jackson. Again, the score nothing, nobody on. 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch is low, fastball, ball 1. Wyatt Willie, the right fielder for the Fairfield Lions. So he stands in again. Fairfield comes in here and big curveball on the inside, strike 1. Good looking curveball for Applegate. Applegate a little more methodical than Miller, and swing and a miss. He chases 1 down and out, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was probably a ball that he chased there. New coach for Manchester, pitch out, and again the count goes even at 2-2. Sean Inman, I mentioned it in our pregame if you're just joining us. Sean coached for several years at West Union, had a great degree of success there. Moved to Manchester to teach, and it's a little bounder to the third baseman. Horner will play it, throws it to first, 2 down. Score that 5-3. And that'll bring Blaine Farber to the plate with 2 down and nobody on. But Sean has taught now at Manchester for, I guess I could say several years. I'm not sure exactly how long, but several years. And decided to get back into the coaching this year as first pitch is called strike 1. Josh Reeves, coached for Manchester, I believe it was 3 years. He decided not to return this year, so Sean replaced him. Pitch high and out, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wyatt Willie, the catcher for the Fairfield Lions. Fairfield in their black trousers, white jerseys, red numerals. Their colors are red and black. And Manchester, on the other hand, the gray trousers, gray shirts, gold numerals with blue hats and trimmed in blue. Their colors are gold and blue. As foul off the right side to run the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as normally the case, the teams travel with both a softball and a baseball team on the same bus to save money for the schools and transportation issues. And pitch called strike 3. As third out of the inning, we'll move to the top of the third. No score in our ball game. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
Blaine Fauber behind the plate. Corbin Willie at first, Cody Frost at second. As Zane Matthews is at third. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Shortstop is Gabe Fouch. In left is Nolan Campbell. Center field, Corey Zimmerman. In right field, Wyatt Willie. As again the pitch, and the pitch misses for a ball. Update on that Fairfield girls versus the Manchester Lady Greyhounds. The score now at the top of the second is 2-2, as Fairfield scored 2 runs to tie the ball game. Count here goes full at 3-2, though, on Carson Inman. The pitch again, and called strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the ball game recorded by Cade Miller. First out of the inning. That'll bring Clayton Colvin, the designated hitter, to the plate. Colvin, another one of these freshmen. As I said, Manchester, very young ball club. The pitch is high, ball 1. 1-1 now. As again the pitch, and called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shout out to our season sponsor, Willie & Son Trucking. Get your motor running and roll on with the Willie & Son Trucking. Take care of all your heavy equipment needs. We're in the third inning here at Fairfield. Is it's a foul ball? Nope, it's yes, just barely foul. Looked like that might stay fair, but it was down the left field line. Didn't really get around on it. Had he gotten around just a little bit more, that would have been a really, that would have been definitely in for extra bases. That would have been a real problem for your left fielder out there. Would have been everything Campbell could have done to track that one down. As the pitch, swing and a miss, and he strikes out another one. That's 5 strikeouts already here in the first 3 innings of the ball game for Miller. Early in the season, I think it's safe to say the pitchers have an advantage. A lot of these kids coming off of having played basketball even late in the season. Both Manchester and Fairfield had a pretty deep run in the tournament. So a lot of these kids did not get full preseason practice. As Darnell stands in, and the first pitch is strike 1. Pitch, fastball right down the center of the plate, strike 2. Connor Darnell, the left fielder, he plays, he's another one of these seniors. Pitch again, and it's a little line shot to the first baseman. Corbin Willie hauls it in for the third out of the inning. And once again, 3 up, 3 down. We'll move to the bottom of the third. Fairfield bats. No score in our ball game. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold.
Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained, because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxler Tractor.
We move to the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. Fairfield will send their number 8, 9, and number 1 batters to the plate. It'll be Otis Cockrell and Nolan Campbell in that order. As the pitch high and on the inside. Applegate taking his time now. The wind, the pitch, and he hits the batter. And Cockrell will take his base. Second base runner of the ball game. The fastball got away from him just a little bit. It's the second batter that Applegate has hit here in the ball game. That'll put a runner on first base as Nolan Campbell, the left fielder, will come to the plate. It's a right-handed batter. Runner on first base, no score in our ball game. Infield pulls in just a little bit. Outfield in as well. And it's fouled out of play off the right side back here. Strike one. No balls, no strike. Begin your pathway to completion today with Southern State Community College at sscc.edu. Thanks to Southern State sponsoring our baseball coverage. And don't forget, before each game, it's Between the Baselines. Brought to you by Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments. As they throw down to second base, the runner is there. No, they get the runner trying to slide into second. Another nice play by Barnhart. The freshman catcher has now thrown out 2 base runners here in the ball game, as he was able to throw out Cade Miller at third in the first inning, and now he throws out Cockrell at second base here in the third inning. And that'll clear the bases now with 1 down. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Campbell. So he steps in, a right-handed batter. Applegate, a right-handed pitcher. And he chases a high ball inside, and that'll be strike 3. And that'll be the 5th strikeout of the ball game, recorded by Applegate. Second out of the inning. That brings the leadoff batter, Cade Miller, to the plate. Now, Cade hit a fly ball to left field and reached on an error. Was caught stealing in that first inning. On deck, Gabe Fouch, the shortstop. Applegate, big deep breath in the pitch. Curveball high, ball 1. It's time again for that Higgins Steel Roofing Studio scoreboard update. Brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing. providing professional materials to their professional customers. No score in our ball game. Here in the bottom of the third, swing and a miss. Evens count at 1-1. And, we'll get inside the game with the Adams County Regional Medical Center coaches' comments after our final out, presented by ACRAMC Family Medicine. Pitch way outside for a ball. Turned a little too much on that one. Miller, of course, the pitcher, one of the seniors on this club, and a little number in front of the plate. They're going to say it's foul, though. And now the count's even at 2-2. Back on the air again tomorrow night from Lynchburg Clay High School. It'll be Lynchburg hosting the Eastern Warriors. Eastern picked to finish first in our preseason coaches poll in Division I. And it's a little grounder to the third baseman, Horner. He plays it well, throws it to first. 3 down. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the top of the fourth inning. Manchester Bats in a scoreless ball game right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
2 seniors in Darnell and Kennedy, and that's called strike 3. First out of the inning, that'll bring batter number 2 to the plate, the freshman, Thomas Barnhart. Barnhart hit a little pop fly foul down the first baseline, short of first base, just in front of the Fairfield dugout. Miller ranged over and made the catch. Pitch misses out, ball 1. We're in the top of the 4th inning. No score in our ball game, as we said. After the game, we'll bring you the final stats in the John Woods Insurance postgame show, presented by John Wood Insurance in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. That pitch is ball 2. 2-0. Bases are empty, one down. Top of the fourth. As if you're just joining us, we are moving along. Not only have we moved pretty quickly, but we started a few minutes early. That's a pop fly into left field. Campbell is over. He'll make the play. And that'll be 2 down. That's the hardest ball hit so far in the ball game for either ball club as far as that goes. And with that, that'll bring Luke Applegate, the pitcher, to the plate. Now, Luke last year had a .321 batting average with a .406 on-base percentage. That was when he was a freshman. Of course, he's a sophomore now. Pulls that left foot back toward third base to open that stance up a bit. And takes ball 1. On deck, Leland Horner, the third baseman for the Manchester Greyhounds. And the pitch, looked like a little off-speed pitch, outside edge, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Applegate looked at strike 3 for the third out in the first inning. And pitch called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thanks to Roberts Paving in Hillsboro for being one of our season sponsors. Roberts Paving, your premier paving contractor of Southern Ohio. And chased a curve ball, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Again, we move to the bottom of the fourth. No score in our ball game. We're back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
Real pitcher's duel here. Nobody is giving up a hit. Good high school baseball here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV early in the season. If you're just joining us, this is our first broadcast of the season. We'll have baseball all the way up until June, we hope, with tournament action. That pitch gets past the catcher, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Gabe Fouch was strikeout victim number 1 in the first inning. If you're listening to us on C103, don't forget you can watch us on Good Guys Radio TV. You can go to Facebook, you can go to YouTube, or just go to goodguysradiotv.com is your best product, we think. Goodguysradiotv.com. His account goes to 3-1. Applegate showing a lot of respect for Fouch, tickling the outside edge there. Let's see if he comes in with this one. The wind and the pitch, and he catches the outside edge with that one to run the count full at 3-2. And again, it's time for that Higgins Steel Roofing studio update. Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson, Ohio. And a little ground ball to Horner, the third baseman. He gloves it, throws it to first. 1 down. Fairfield keeps the grass a little deep here, and the balls are dying a bit, but that was not that hard hit, but sometimes those are harder to play than the quick ones. Zane Matthews was hit by a pitch and then moved over, and an error was stranded in the first inning. Zane, the number 3 batter in the order for the Fairfield Lions. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Matthews last year was a .286 batting average with a .350 on-base percentage. 20 at-bats in 25 games. And the pitch called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Coach Kyle Zimmerman not too happy right now. He and I talked before the game. He's talking about his batters need to be a little more aggressive, and right now they are not that. 1 ball, 2 strikes now as Matthews takes a pitch high and out. Both pitchers working the outside. Nobody coming in much. As again, Applegate the wind and the pitch. And that's a hard hit ball into left field for a base hit. That's the first base hit of the ball game. That'll go deep left field. Darnell's back there to play it. He'll throw it into second. But in sliding is Zane Matthews with the first base hit of the ball game, safe at second. That'll put the go-ahead run at second base for Corbin Willie, the first baseman, come to the plate. Corbin, a left-handed batter. Willie last year a .250 batter. Check that, a .333 batter with a .474 on-base percentage. He's the number 4 batter in the order. Left-handed batter facing a right-handed pitcher. Runner on second base. Applegate has only had to deal with 1 base runner the entire ball game, and that was a batter that he hit in the first base in the first inning with a pitch that ended up on second base. And that was Zane Matthews as well, by the way. So this is the second time Matthews has reached here in the ball game. Now the pitch, and it's a pop fly, shallow left field, could be trouble. It is foul. Darnell took a tumble chasing it as it fell, probably 10 feet foul over to left field. If it moved over 10 more feet, it would have been big trouble.
Dawn, whenever you can hear me, take a break.
Okay, and on that note, we'll take a quick break. We're right back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. And I apologize, but that's the nature of our business. If you were listening on C103, if you're watching on Good Guys Radio TV, no interruption there. But we have what's called our weather alerts going off. That's part of our EAS system, and they will take us off the air. We have no control over that, as striking out swinging was Willie. That'll be the second out of the inning. So the runner remains at second base. Now what that means is if you're within the area that was mentioned on that weather alert, make sure you pay close attention to what the directions are, whether it be take cover, be careful, whatever. But weather is going to get a little raucous around tonight. We hope it holds off here at Fairfield. So far, we're in great shape. We hope it continues. The pitch by Applegate, high and in, ball one. We have a runner on second base, 2 down. No score in our ball game here in the fourth inning. I'm Don Bowles. I want a special thanks to our studio producer, Sarah Rigdon, doing a great job. As, again, Applegate takes a look at the batter and, taking his time, looks at the runner at second. They throw back to second base. Covering is Hayslip. The runner's back pretty easily. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes remind you, stay alive. Don't text and drive. Remember, distracted driving is against the law. And pay attention to that, folks. That message brought to you by the Wallace Thompson Family of Funeral Homes. And that hits the batter. That'll put a runner on first and second. Now, that is the third batter that's been hit by Applegate. If he struggled in any one manner, that's been it. A little trouble with his control. So that'll put runners on first and second for Wyatt Willie, the right fielder, to stand in. Willie, in his first at-bat, had a ground ball to the third baseman for the second out of the second inning. In high school baseball, we will play 7 innings, by the way, not 9 like they do in the majors. As the pitch now, and a swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike one. On deck, the catcher, Blaine Fauber, for the Fairfield Lions. Now the pitch again, and it's a foul ball outside the third baseline, and runs the count to no balls and 2 strikes. When Manchester comes back to plate, it'll be the number 4, 5, and 6 batters. Horner, Kennedy, and Ricketts in that order. Cade Miller, the pitcher for Fairfield, is yet to give up a base hit. The base hit by Matthews here in the inning was the first base hit given up by either pitcher, for that matter. As, again, Applegate brings the pitch, swing and a miss, and they'll throw the pitch down to third base. That'll be the third out of the inning. And they strand 2. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Manchester bats in a scoreless ball game right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained, because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you
Cody Frost at second. Third baseman is Zane Matthews. The shortstop, Gabe Fouch. In left field, Nolan Campbell. In center field, Corey Zimmerman. And in right field, Wyatt Willie. Now, Manchester will send Leland Horner, Drew Kennedy, and Braylon Ricketts to the plate in that order in a scoreless ball game. That's the number 4, 5, and 6 batters. And first pitch, as they asked for an opinion down first base. They want to know if he went, and first base umpire Ron Burns said, nope, he didn't, so that's a ball. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And again, if we're interrupted on our audio part of things, then that's called strike 1. That's please pay attention. That's the Emergency Alert System. EAS system is what we call it. But that's by the National Weather Service, letting you know danger in the areas as ground ball to the shortstop. Play to first, 1 down. So it's Gabe Fouch to Corbin Willie, 7-3, and make it 1 away for Drew Kennedy, the center fielder, to come to the plate. Kennedy was the second out of the second inning when he went down on a called strike 3. He ran the count full to 3-2, but finally took that strike for the out, as Miller has struck out 7 already here in the inning. Is a swing and a miss on a fastball, a little high, strike 1. Chased one up about eye level. No balls and a strike. Miller again, very quickly to the plate, and he goes the other end as he brings it down to about knee level for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, doing a nice job moving the pitch around. Let's see if he comes back with an off-speed pitch or a curveball. 0-2 the count. Big curveball inside and he gets him. Swings and misses for strike 3. Nice command of his pitches. So there's 2 down now. Braylon Ricketts, the right fielder, will come in as he had a little fly ball to the first baseman for the third out in the second inning. He's a right-handed batter, stands in for the Manchester Greyhounds. Swing and a miss. He chases one up and in. Strike 1. Let's see what sequence he goes here. Let's see if he follows the same sequence he did on Kennedy. If he does, he'll go down and out, and he does. Goes right down on the outside for strike 2 as Ricketts chases it. And if he plays the same sequence, he'll come back with a curveball again on the inside. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, we're in the top of the 5th. As the pitch catches him on the inside, 3 up, 3 down. As we move now to the bottom of the 5th, Fairfield batting. No score in the ball game again. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag item. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Leland Horner, the shortstop, Parker Hayslip. In the outfield, left to right, Connor Darnell, Drew Kennedy, and Braylon Ricketts. Faber, a right-handed batter, opens the stance up, pulls it back just a little bit, and it's a line shot up the middle. The shortstop will bobble it. Hayslip could not get a handle on it, and safe at first is the go-ahead run, Blaine Faber. And that's going to be an E6. And that'll bring, as we're going to get a substitution now. Okay, as Coach Kyle Zimmerman comes over to let us know that we'll have a substitution here. As into the ball game as a pinch runner. We'll get that for you in just a moment, who that is, as we will have a pinch runner at first base. And batting now will be Otis Cockrell. And that'll be Cameron Miller, the pinch runner at first base. In to run for Blaine Faber. And the way it works in high school baseball, and that's what you heard Coach Kyle Zimmerman tell me, that Faber will re-enter the ball game at the end of this inning. You're allowed to do that in high school baseball. There's a lot of activity on our ball game behind us here. The softball game is, you can probably hear the fans cheering. First pitch is in, called ball one. Cockrell was hit by a pitch in the second inning and stranded. And a little pop fly in foul territory and out of play. Strike one. He was hit by a pitch in the third inning, as I started to say, and was caught stealing. Thank you to our season sponsors, including Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro, your comfort experts since 1985. Swing and a miss. Now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again, it's time for that Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. The score? Well, there isn't any. It's 0-0. Swing and a miss, as the runner will remain at first. That'll be the first out of the inning. And that's the 8th strikeout recorded by the Manchester Greyhounds, as it looks like we're about to have another change. And into bat now, as we'll make that change. We're going to have a pinch batter. It'll be Carson Chandler into bat for Campbell. And Campbell will, in this situation, my guess would be will probably not re-enter. We'll just have to wait and see what Coach Zimmerman does. And that's a pop fly right behind second base. Traven Hildebrand, the second baseman, is over and makes the play. Excuse me, that was the shortstop. Hayslip over to make the play. So there's 2 down. First pitch hitting was Carson Chandler. So 2 down. The runner will hold at first. And the pitch is in, ball 1. Leadoff batter, Cade Miller at the plate. He's the pitcher of record. Chance to help himself. The go-ahead run on first base. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Applegate taking his time again, getting the sign from his catcher Barnhart, and now they'll call timeout, and he'll step off the mound. Now he stands back on the rubber, and the pitch. Down for a ball. Now the batter steps out, and the batter steps back in. And a little pop fly in the infield. Once again, the shortstop Hayslip is over. He'll make the play. 4 up, 3 down. They strand one on the back of an error. And we move again to the top of the 6th now. No score in our ball game. As the number 1 fan from Fairfield, Nancy Walker, joins me here. And it's tied, the top of the 4th, Manchester ahead 5-4, top of the 4th. Thank you, Nancy. As we move now to the 6th inning here on our baseball game. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Calendars for Friday, May 10th, as we bring you coverage of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference track meet on Good Guys Radio TV. And that's exclusively on Good Guys Radio TV. There will be no simulcast of that on the radio. Quite an event. We had a lot of fun last year in the pouring rain. But, boy, what some great athletes in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference showing their abilities and hard work on the track. That'll be from Manchester High School. They are hosting the track meet this year as Carson Inman stands in and swings and misses the first pitch, strike one. So it'll be Carson Inman, Clayton Colvin, and Connor Darnell in that order, facing off against Cade Miller, and the pitch, fastball inside edge, strike two. Behind the plate, Blaine Fauber, first base, Corbin Willey, second base, Cody Frost, third base, Zane Matthews, and then Gabe Fouches at short. As Miller the pitch again, and swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on 3 pitches. In the outfield, Gabe Fouches in left, Corey Zimmerman in center, and Wyatt Willey in right. And I should have said Nolan Campbell in left, as Campbell re-entered the ball game after that last inning, as well as Blaine Fauber did as well, as it's a foul back against the fence. As Colvin shows bunt. No balls and 1 strike. Thanks once again to our season sponsors, including Baxla Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia, your local dealer for Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, Land Pride, and more. And that pitch is called ball 1. Even the count at 1-1. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Snappies in West Union Seaman. Somebody's going to win some Snappy Tomato Pizza tonight. We'll name our player of the game. And that's a ground ball fair on the third baseline. And it'll get past the first baseman. The runner at first will hold. And that was a seeing eye single as that went right down the chalk on the third base side for an infield single. And even though the ball held, even though the ball got past the first baseman, the runner holds at first. So Colvin, representing the going-ahead run, brings Connor Darnell, the left fielder, to the plate. And that's the first base hit given up by Miller. And that's a tough one. A little nubber down the first base line. There was not a whole lot that Matthews could do about it. He played it pretty well. But the ball got past first baseman. I don't think he would have gotten him even if it had it hadn't gotten past the first baseman, and the first pitch in, strike one. There's one down, a runner on first base. As I said, that SHAC track meet this year held at Manchester High School. They'll be hosting it. If you'd like to come out and watch it, it's quite an event. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now. Miller taking a little more time with the runner on first. And again, the batter shows bunt. They throw down to first base. The runner's back. And the count goes to 2-1. Before the game, it's Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments. Listen in early and let Ron help you plan early for your future. That's before each and every one of our baseball broadcasts. As the batter shows bunt, he pulls it back, and the pitch is on the outside. The count goes 3-1. Connor Darnell, the batter, hit a line drive to the first baseman for the third out in the third inning. As Miller's asked for a different baseball, they'll give him that one. Not sure what he's saying with that one. Tim Slater, the home plate umpire, goes over and gets another couple of baseballs. Unlike in the major leagues, they don't change baseballs 5,000 times during each game. They don't change them at all. They'll start with 2 or 3 brand new baseballs, and that's kind of the way we play it the rest of the game. Of course, high school's not quite on the same budgetary level that Major League Baseball is in. 3-1 the count on Connor Darnell. As he shows bunt again, and the pitch is high and inside, and he walks him. As Darnell will take the base, the runner will move over to second. First walk given up in the ball game by Miller. That'll put runners at first and second with one down, and bringing the leadoff batter, Parker Hayslip, to the plate. Now, Hayslip has struck out twice, once in the first for the first out and once in the fourth for the first out. Right-handed batting sophomore shortstop for the Manchester Greyhounds. Pitch again, misses out, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. If you haven't checked us out on Good Guys Radio TV, do that. I think you'll enjoy what we're doing. Good Guys Radio TV, all kinds of things to watch. Lots of sports. Swing and a miss, strike one. We'll be covering lots of events and information throughout the summer at the festivals and the fairs and other things as well. Coming up, as we said, we have the SHAC track meet, as well as baseball yet to come this spring. A swing and a miss, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Twice in a row, he's chased a fastball on the outside. If you're just joining us, I'm Don Bowles. This is Southern Hills Athletic Conference High School Baseball here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. The pitch misses way outside, and the count goes even at 2-2. Thomas Barnett on deck for the Manchester Greyhounds. Once again, Miller the look and the pitch, and he strikes him out. As Hayslip goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. That's the third time he has struck out here in the ballgame. That'll bring Thomas Barnhart to the plate. Now, Barnhart is 0 for 2. He hit a fly ball to the pitcher for the second out in the first inning, then hit a fly ball to the left fielder for the second out of the fourth inning. Barnhart, another one of these freshmen. So Manchester is starting 3 freshmen on this ball club. And first pitch is in, strike one. No balls and a strike. Runners on first and second in a scoreless ball game. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 7 innings of regulation here on in high school baseball. Barnhart, pretty squared up stance. Deep knee bend and a pitch. Fastball. Catches the outside for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Not much offensive performance on either side of the baseball so far tonight, and a curve ball, and he fouls it back off the fence. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. That was a little high. Probably would have been a ball, not a big deal. He did a good job fighting it off. The infield is in. Trying to protect the plate. Runners on first and second. And it's a fly ball to left field. Campbell will have to go back, and he'll make the play. Going away. And that's the hardest hit ball in the ball game, but it's the 3rd out of the inning. Fairfield comes to plate in a scoreless ball game right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. No score in our ball game. Fairfield Lions will bat. They will send their number 2, 3, and 4 batters to the plate. Luke Applegate and Cade Miller, the pitchers of record. What a ball game. Both of them are pitching. As Applegate has struck out 8. He's given up only 1 hit. There's been 3 hit batters, 2 errors. They've stranded 2. His first pitch is in, strike 1. Miller, on the other hand, has struck out 11, walked 1, given up 1 hit, and they've stranded 2. No score in our ball game. And a foul off the side, and the count goes no balls and 2 strikes on Fouch. Fouch struck out in the first inning, hit a ground ball to the third baseman for the first out in the 4th inning. There's not actually been a hard hit ball yet in the ball game against Applegate. That last one to left field off of Miller was probably the hardest hit ball so far, and that was fouled back, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Let's get another Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson. As I said, the score is 0-0 here in our ball game, unlike the softball game on the adjacent field where the score is tied at 4-4. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Two of the best teams in SHAC softball playing behind us here, Fairfield and Manchester. And the pitch now, and it's a foul ball outside the first base line. And the count remains 1-2. Zane Matthews, Corbin Willie on deck. Fairfield has stranded 2 so far. Manchester has stranded 2 in that last inning. That was the first as it's a foul back again. Those two base runners in the last inning there, or in the sixth inning, here in the first half of this inning, I should say, for Manchester, that was the first base runners Manchester had in the ball game. Both these teams, obviously, high expectations with the way this game is going. Good high school pitching. And pitched a little high, ball 2 to even the count at 2-2. Tim Slater behind the plate, Ron Burns, the umpire on the base pads. What a beautiful night for baseball. May not be true where you are, but sun's peeking through a little bit here. And it's fouled again. Gabe Fouch is making him earn his pay here. And again, he stands in. Applegate again steps to the rubber, looks at the sign and the pitch, and he almost hit him. Instead, he'll walk him. Oh, no, they say he did hit him. Excuse me. That'll be the fourth hit batter so far in the ball game, or I should say the third hit batter by Applegate. That'll put the go-ahead run at first with nobody out. And it'll bring Zane Matthews, the third baseman, to the plate. Now, Zane Matthews representing as that hits the batter on the inside as well, and that'll be the second batter in a row hit by a pitch. And that'll put runners on first and second for Corbin Willie to stand in. Now, Corbin has struck out twice as pitching coach for Manchester. He's going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
We're in the sixth inning, folks, but Luke Applegate has hit two batters in a row in a scoreless ball game. We have runners on first and second now. Gabe Fouch on second, Zane Matthews at first. Corbin Willie stands in. He's a left-handed batter. He's twice been a strikeout victim for Applegate. And the pitch now, and it gets away past the catcher, and the runners will both advance. As Applegate seems to be losing a little bit of his control. And now you'll have runners at second and third. 1 ball and no strikes the count. It's early season. You have to think that the pitcher's here early. Luke Applegate, one of the members of that high school basketball team that did so well for the Manchester Greyhounds, they haven't had a lot of practice so far this year. And the endurance swing and a miss, strike one. The endurance probably not to the level it will be later in the season. 1-1 the count on Corbin Willie. In a scoreless ball game, runners on second and third, nobody out. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game again. Snappy's Tomato Pizza. Snappy's in West Union Seaman. One of these players is going to get some pizza and a reward for being player of the game. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. Hildebrandt will look the runner back, make a quick play to first. Nice heads-up play by Hildebrandt, and he'll get the batter for the first out of the inning. And they hold the runners at second and third, and Cody Frost, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Now, Cody struck out for the first out in the second inning. He was also hit by a pitch, though, in the fourth inning, as Applegate has now hit a total of 5 batters here in the ball game, but has yet to allow a run to score. Pitch misses out, ball 1. Wyatt Willie, the right fielder, on deck with runners again on second and third, 1 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. Manchester, when they bat, they'll send their 3, 4, and 5 batters to the plate. Applegate, Horner, and Kennedy. And swing and a miss. He chased one up at his eyes. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch again, and that was in the dirt and gets past the catcher, and a run is going to score. The go-ahead run scores on a wild pitch as Fairfield takes a 1-0 lead on a wild pitch by Applegate. And on the play, Fouch comes in to score. Matthews moves over to third, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. And that was in the dirt before it even got to the catcher. And there we go, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now the score 1-0 in our ball game. The pitch again by Applegate, and it's a little grounder to the pitcher. He'll look the runner back. They throw it to first, but the runner's coming home. And he scores. Matthews is safe at home on a fielder's choice. Applegate did a nice job playing it off the front of the mound. He looked the runner back. Well, I should say froze the runner, but then turned and threw to first base. Credit Frost with an RBI. On a ground ball to the pitcher. That'll be the second out of the inning, but Fairfield scores twice here. And, of course, that's 2 unearned runs there. As Fairfield yet to get a hit here in the inning. They take a 2-0 lead, and the pitch down for ball 1. At the plate, Wyatt Willie, the right fielder. He had a ground ball to the third baseman to the second out of the second inning. And he was a strikeout victim, went down swinging for the third out in the 4th inning. And it's a ground ball fair down the third base line. It rolls foul. So that'll be catcher's interference is what they're going to call. So that'll put a runner at first. And that'll put a runner at first base. 2 runs are already in, but there's 2 down now. Applegate looks again. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. And now again, Applegate taking his time. And it's a little pop fly, out of play foul down the first base line to make it no balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Otis Cockrell. As again the pitch now, and gets away from the catcher again. It's way outside. It'll go back to the fence, and the runner will advance on another wild pitch. As Applegate having a little bit of trouble with his release. He released that one a little late, and it bounced outside in front of the plate. Pitch again. Good-looking pitch there. And a swing and a miss for a strikeout. They strand one, but not before they score 2 on a couple of hit batters and an error. And Fairfield takes a 2-0 lead. We move to the bottom of the top of the 7th. Manchester will bat, trailing 2-0 after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
As in that inning, Luke Applegate struck out one. But the key, of course, to it is he also, in the midst of that, hit 2 batters, making it 5 batters he's hit so far in the ball game. As Fairfield scored 2 runs, they stranded 1. As Fairfield takes a 2-0 lead. We move now to the top of the 7th inning as Cade Miller on the mound for Fairfield will try to protect that 2-0 lead, as neither team has mounted much offense. But if you're a Manchester fan, the heart of the lineup is up here. Luke Applegate, followed by Leland Horner and Drew Kennedy. But Cade Miller on the mound has struck out 11. He's walked 1, given up only 1 hit, and they've stranded 2. As Fairfield trying to even their record in league play at 1-1. Manchester, on the other hand, trying to get their first league win. So they lost a close one to White Oak the other night, and they lost by 1 run. Fairfield, on the other hand, lost 5-1 to a very good Lynchburg Clayball club. And competition is going to be really good this year in the SHAC. A lot of good baseball being played this year, especially strong in the pitching side of things. The best pitching we've seen in a long time. Not to say that there haven't been good pitchers. There have. But I'm talking about quantity of pitching. A lot of good pitchers this year in the SHAC, and it's going to make for a lot of good baseball. Luke Applegate will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice, once in the first, once in the fourth. The right-handed batter stands in. Pitch, curveball outside, strike 1. No balls and a strike. We will talk to the winning coach in our ACRMC Family Medicine. That's Adams County Regional Medical Center Family Medicine Coach's Comment Show. Pitch is high and out, ball 1. Thanks to our season sponsor, Southern Hills Community Bank, with 8 locations across Adams, Brown, and Highland counties. And don't forget, after the game, we'll bring you the final stats brought to you by John Wood Insurance post-game show. That's John Wood Insurance has a swing and a miss, strike 2. John Wood Insurance in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. We'll talk to the winning coach. We'll award some pizza. And that pitch called strike 3. And that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring Leland Horner to the plate. Leland 0 for 2. He hit a ground ball to the pitcher in the second inning for the first out. Then he hit a ground ball to the shortstop for the first out of the 5th inning. In the top of the 7th inning, and again, nice-looking curveball, strike 1. If you're not familiar with high school baseball, we only play 7 innings, so Manchester has to score some here or our ball game is over. Strike 2. 2 quick pitches, 2 quick strikes. That was a fastball outside. See if he brings it in now. No balls and 2 strikes. And he did a little curveball, and nice stop by the third baseman. He goes to his knees to make the play. Matthews throws it to Willie for the second out of the inning. Good play there by Zane Matthews. And that'll bring Drew Kennedy to the plate. Kennedy's 0 for 2. He's twice been a strikeout victim of Cade Miller's. As first pitch is called strike 1. Fastball. Down to the bottom end. Kennedy stands back in again. Manchester's had one heck of a ball game against a very nice baseball team, and he fouls that one off the right side. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes, and Manchester's down to their final strike. Again, stay tuned for our John Woods Insurance postgame show, our Adams County Regional Medical Center Coach's Comment Show, and, of course, our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. We'll talk to the winning coach after this. Miller on the mound. The pitch. Called strike 3, and that's the ball game. Fairfield wins it on 2 unearned runs as they defeat the Manchester Greyhounds. 2-0 as Fairfield improves their record to 2-2 overall and 1-1 in league play. And Manchester drops to 0-2 and 2-3. And I should check that as Fairfield actually moves to 3-2 and 1-1 in league play. And Manchester, on their other hand, drops to 2-2 and 0-2. We'll take a quick break. Up next, it's the John Woods Insurance post-game report. But first this, here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold.
Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
What we believe matters because it shapes who we are. At First State Bank, we believe in rural communities. We have since our start in 1884. We're proud of where we come from. And while others have come and gone, we've remained. Because standing by the folks you believe in is what a real local bank does. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What an interesting ball game. You talk about a pitcher's duel. This is for high school baseball. This is about as good as it gets on the pitching side of things. As both these young gentlemen just had great baseball games. And the winning pitcher, Cade Miller, losing pitcher, Mr. Luke Applegate. Both these pitchers deserve to win this ball game, but of course we only have one. We'll have one winner. But up next, it's going to be the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coach's comment show, as Coach Kyle Zimmerman was on his way over here and he turned around and went back to the dugout. I'm sure he'll be right back over. But losing pitcher Luke Applegate, he struck out 9. He gave up 1 hit. He hit 5 batters. There was 2 errors behind him. They stranded 3. Those 2 runs coming on unearned runs off of a couple of hit batters. We'll talk about that in our summary in the 6th inning. Fairfield, on the other hand, Cade Miller, the winning pitcher, strikes out 13, walks only 1, gives up 1 hit, and they stranded 2. Again, the final score is 2-0, as it is the Fairfield Lions winning a squeaker. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with our ACRMC Coaches Comment Show and Coach Kyle Zimmerman right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With the Fairfield Lions coach, Luke Applegate gave you all the pitching you wanted, didn't he?
Yeah, tremendous game thrown by Luke. We knew he'd coming into this. We would probably see him, and we tried our best we could to prepare for. We even took BP on Saturday in the rain. But when you're facing a quality player like that, it's you can practice all you want, but he's a special player.
And only a sophomore.
Yes, he's got a very bright future.
Yeah, and he did a nice job mixing things up for you. He wasn't doing a lot of special stuff, just moving the ball around a lot. Basically relying on his fastball with a curveball now and again, a little bit off speed, but mostly it was just his fastball moving it around, wasn't it?
It certainly. A couple the first time through the lineup, we looked at too many strikes, in my opinion, and we had to talk about that coming up our second round, and I noticed the boys respond a little better to him. But Manchester is a good ball club, and they defensively made the plays when they needed to make them. And it wasn't until the end when we managed to capitalize on them and get a couple runs across the board.
Well, I think Applegate got a little tired. And as happens, I mean, again, these high school kids early in the season, just like some of the players on your team, he went deep in the basketball season and probably not quite to the stamina he could be. But on the other hand, your ball club, nice defensively. You had a good defensive ball game, but Cade Miller, what a baseball game.
Cade Miller, he threw a gem of a game. And, when you've got defense behind you and you can feel confident in what's going on, that helps you, mentally. And when you can have that advantage starting off, that was a key factor for us this evening.
Well, and you've got to feel good about your defense, as you said. When you've got a defense behind it, I've got you for an error-free ball game. And again, that allows your pitcher to relax and just bring the baseball, doesn't it?
Yes, when he knows that he can get the outs when he puts it in the defense's hands, that makes them relax, lets them slow down a little bit. The nerves go away, and then they can have fun out there. And that's when they're having fun. That's when you get the W's.
Well, and you've got a very experienced ball club this year, a lot of high expectations. But this is the kind of ball game, this teaches them some lessons, doesn't it? They've got to come away with some thoughts after tonight, don't they?
Well, we've preached all year. I guess they've heard me ram it down their throats all year long, two terms. Baseball is a game of redemption and attrition. And, from the redemption aspect, you make a mistake at the plate or in the field, you've got another opportunity to redeem yourself, And from the attrition aspect, I told them, especially this evening, we just got to keep wearing on them. We know what we have. We just got to let the pieces to our puzzle work. And when one, we only put 2 hits on the board tonight. When one piece isn't working, we try to manufacture one somewhere else. And, I put a lot of pinch runners in, did some pinch hitting tonight. And we most definitely, at the end of the day, through attrition, won the ball game.
Well, in the bottom line, again, your experienced ball club, you took advantage of a couple of mistakes, and sometimes that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, run the bases correctly this evening was the key to the victory tonight. Zane Matthew, Gabe Fauci gets on base. We hit a grounder to second. Second baseman checks him. He doesn't go. Couldn't have went, but he knew.
Right.
And that experience helped. And then about or later, Zane Matthews is on third. He waits till right as soon as they try to make the play. Then he takes off. He's safe. That's where we get the second run from. And once you get that second run in a game like this, you'd never let down, but you can relax a little bit, and that makes your players just angry, and they want it, and they want to finish it right then at that point.
Right, and it allowed Cade to come back out and bring some heat.
Yes.
As pretty much, I think he threw almost all fastballs, maybe one curveball in that whole the seventh inning, and he brought the heat and got it done.
Cade had one of our hits tonight. Cade is a valuable player for us. Zane Matthews, he had the other hit this evening. having down 4. And, those two guys, Gabe Fouch had a big night. Didn't have the hit numbers he would want, but, with the things he does for us behind the scenes. As a team, we stepped up tonight and managed to get the job done. It was definitely a hard-fought team win.
Coach, congratulations.
Don, thank you.
Going to be a fun season, I think.
One at a time.
You can go home and watch this again.
Yes, I can.
How
Good
about
guys.
that?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thanks. Kyle Zimmerman joins us here. His team comes away the winner. They defeat a very nice Manchester ball club in a good game. We'll be back right after this. We continue the John Woods Insurance Pros Game Show here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103. Thanks, Kyle.
Team sports teach the young men and women of our community how to work together to achieve a common goal. They also reinforce other character traits such as respect, dedication, and self-discipline. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes with locations in Peebles, Seaman, and Winchester salute the teams of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference and wish you the best of luck. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes, providing the care and service that you and your family deserve.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Back again, ladies and gentlemen. Once against Fairfield, they come away the winner 2-0 on a couple of unearned runs there against the Manchester Greyhounds. Manchester again evens their record at 2-2 overall and 0-2 in league play. Fairfield improves to 3-2 and 3-2 and 1-1 in league play. Let's take a look at the Manchester Greyhounds. I'll quickly recap the pitching stats in just a moment. Parker Hayslip was 0 for 3 as he struck out 3 times. Thomas Barnhart was 0 for 3. This is Manchester, of course. Luke Applegate was 0 for 3 as well. Leland Horner was 0 for 3 on the back of 3 ground balls. Drew Kennedy was 0 for 3. Braylon Ricketts was 0 for 2. Carson Inman was 0 for 2. Clayton Colvin was 1 for 2, had the only base hit in the ball game. That was an infield single down the third baseline, and moved over on a fielder's choice, moved over on a walk there in the 6th inning, as that was the only offense that Manchester was able to mount. We'll go over that in a moment. Connor Darnell was 0 for 1 with a walk and stranded. Now, for the Fairfield Lions, it was Cade Miller, 1 for 3. He had a single to left field in that first inning, but was stranded, and then later caught stealing. Then Gabe Fouch was 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch and scored the winning run in the 6th inning. Zane Matthews was 1 for 1, was hit by a pitch twice, had a double to left field, and was stranded in the 4th. Corbin Willie was 0 for 3 in the ball game. Cody Frost was 0 for 3, but credited with an RBI on a ground ball to the pitcher there in the 6th inning, and that turned out to be the winning run of the ball game. Wyatt Willie was 0 for 3, but reached on an error with a catcher interference and moved over to a wild pitch and was stranded there in the 6th. Blaine Fauber was 0 for 3, but again reached on an error and stranded in the 5th. Otis Cockrell was 0 for 2 in the ball game, as he was hit by a pitch, or I should say 0 for 1 in the ball game, but hit by a pitch and stranded in the 2nd, and then hit by a pitch but caught stealing in the 3rd. Nolan Campbell was 0 for 1 in the ball game, and Carson Chandler as a pitch hitter was 0 for 1 as well. Now, Manchester, the only offense they mounted actually in the ball game was in that 6th inning when Clayton Colvin reached on an infield single, Connor Darnell moved him over in a walk, but then they were both stranded as the next two batters, as Hayslip struck out, and then Barnhart hit a fly ball to left field for the final out of the inning. Fairfield, on the other hand, threatened a couple of times. They threatened in that first inning, but some good defense was able to shut it down as Miller reached on a single. Matthews was hit by a pitch. And then in the second inning, they stranded another runner. And then in the finally it rounded itself out to the sixth inning, where the leadoff batter was hit by a pitch. And then the second batter, and that was Gabe Fouch, was hit by a pitch. And then the next batter, Zane Matthews, was hit by a pitch. And with runners on first and second, Cody Frost was able to come up, and he hit a little RBI grounder that moved the runner in, as coming in to score was Gabe Fouch, which turned out to be the winning run. And then, of course, on the next play with catcher's interference and a wild pitch, as Wyatt Willie was at the plate, and coming in to score was Zane Matthews with an insurance run. The final score 2-0. Now, the pitcher's stats, it was okay, and it was the losing pitcher was Luke Applegate, as he struck out 9. He gave up only 1 hit, but he hit 5 batters. There were 2 errors. They stranded 3, and they gave up 2 unearned runs. As Manchester, by the way, wins the softball game 5-4. What a nice ball game that was. But anyway, the winning pitcher, Cade Miller. Cade Miller struck out 13, walked 1, gave up 1 hit, and they stranded 2. Once again, Cade Miller, the winning pitcher here in the baseball game. The final score 2-0. It is the Fairfield Lions defeating the Manchester Greyhounds. And now our snappy tomato pizza player of the game, no surprise, Cade Miller. He was 1 for 3 from the plate, but more than that, he struck out, as I said, he struck out 13 batters. He walked only 1, gave up only 1 hit as he shuts down the Manchester Greyhounds. The final score 2-0. Congratulations, Cade. Congratulations, the Fairfield Lions, as they defeat the Manchester Greyhounds. Again, as I said, on the adjacent field, it was the Manchester Lady Greyhounds knocking off Fairfield. The final score 5-4 in our softball game. Thanks very much to Sarah Rigdon as our studio producer. She did a great job. And, of course, our producer-director on Good Guys Radio TV, Mr. Brandon Rigdon, did a great job as well. If you'd like to go back and watch this ball game, check it out. Go to goodguysradiotv.com. You can watch it at your leisure, on demand, goodguysradiotv.com. Go back and enjoy the ball game. For all the folks at C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, I'm Don Bowles, wishing you a pleasant good evening. Again, the final score, it's the Manchester Lady Greyhounds knocking off Fairfield 5-4, and it is the Fairfield Lions knocking off Manchester 2-0. Cade Miller, our snappy tomato pizza player of the game. Have a pleasant evening, folks, and stay dry here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.